In the second to last week of December 2023, I got a shipment from Tom's Model Autos. So let's take a look what I got. This was a price down item because the box is crushed. So normal price would be almost 16 euro. I got it for just under 10. Land Rover Defender 110. Badan Italian Negara Indonesia. EMS exclusive. That's a mouthful. So let's take a look. The model should be fine. It was still in the plastic wrapper, so we'll see. I took off the wrapper just to go a little bit quicker on video. Metal on metal, of course, and rubber tires, big chunky off-road tires. Pretty hard rubber. Flat black. It's got that logo from that Indonesian intelligence unit. Oh, that's a cool colored bumper there. Nice lights on there that also get tampoed. A few toolboxes on the roof. 3 jerry cans. Painted lights in the rear. Also got the rucksack. Trailer hitch is a little bit bent. I don't think that's from the damaged box. Sunroof. Right-hand drive. Very cool. Awesome. Always glad to get one of these MiniGT Land Rover Defenders. Next up, we got a very old autoworld. The 2012 Chevy Corvette Z06. New tool number 2. This has a 2013 data on there. I'm not going to open this up. I got this for a friend. Here's the other vehicles in the set. And we got a bunch of stuff that was opened up for a photo shoot. I always wondered what these cars were used for, because I never, Tom's Model Autos does not show loose cars on their website, but during my time I was not doing videos, I discovered that these are used on the NAMAC website. So the NAMAC, as you probably all know, is the biggest diecast event in the world. And they have a website where they feature new releases in diecast in all scales. And for a 1/64 scale, they often use cars provided by Tom's Model Autos. That's how I discovered that the cars that you will see here were featured on the NAMAC website. So Johnny Lightning FJ Cruiser, new casting, limited edition, titanium silver, version A, release 3, whatever that means. 2007 Toyota FJ Cruiser. So normal price a little less than 10 euro, but got it for less than 6 because the packaging is opened up. Here's some the other vehicles that are in the set. And then some other sets they are advertising for. 2022 copyright on this, and the 2022 production also. So not that new, actually. Metal on metal also. Probably small print on there. Chunky tires or wheels, as always the case with Johnny Lightning. Little roof rack. No lens lights on this. Just tampoed. Got these little lights on the mirrors. Side mirrors. I think the hood or bonnet opens up. Let me see. I'll have to use the Swiss knife device again. It seems that's a very snug fit. Black plastic piece in there, probably part of the interior for the engine. Nice heavy casting. It's got a spare wheel. Rubber tires not fit on there very well, and there's some smudging of silver paint. Oh well, for this kind of money, that's not so bad. And I was kind of curious about the size, if it's true 164 or not. So I have a vehicle here to compare, which I think is true 164. It's a BM Creations. And this one does have the lens lights. It was the same money as the Johnny Lightning, so very good value for money. It's got suspensions, got opening doors, nice interior. The lens lights, as I mentioned, good details. So yeah, let's do a size comparison here. Okay, the Johnny Lightning has a shorter wheelbase, it seems. Or maybe it's just the smaller wheels that make me think that. No, I don't think it's that shorter. Just the smaller wheels that make me think that. And then size-wise, I think they're pretty much the same. In length, I mean. Well, maybe the Johnny is a tad shorter, but it's not going to differ that much. Width, it's kind of hard to tell. I think in width they're pretty much the same too. Let's see the roofs. Yeah, that looks pretty much the same. Got the same details on the rucksack. License plate is in different spot on the on both. Underneath the spare wheel and the BM Creations, and on the right of the spare wheel on the Johnny Lightning. I don't know if that changed over time on these or what, because we don't have a lot of these over here in Europe. It's a very rare sight to see. All in all, Johnny Lightning did a good job, I think, but you know, for the money you get more bang for your buck from BM Creations. At least what I paid for them. Here again you can see size-wise they're almost the same. Johnny Lightning seems a little bit shorter. Maybe it's just got smaller bumpers. It just seems to have a bigger bumper piece than the Johnny Lightning. So that's why it probably seems to stick out a little bit more. And maybe the bumper in the front is also a little bit bigger. No, not really. Johnny Lightning has even a bigger bumper on there, so I think the casting is a little bit shorter. But then the bumpers make it look a little bit bigger on the Johnny, I think. Yeah, I think the Johnny is a tad shorter. That's pretty close. I have a few other FJ Cruisers. Maybe we can do a comparison on, since we have this true 164 one here. Here's Matchbox moving parts version. Yeah, definitely shorter wheelbase and shorter overall. Also in width, it is, yeah, a little bit more narrow. Yes, you can see. So shorter, more narrow. Other than that, oh yeah, and the front end is a little bit more squared off than the BM Creations. Got this kind of more of a rounded front end than the Matchbox. It's maybe not that realistic with this front end being so squared off. Other than that, I think Matchbox did a good job on this. Of course, much less details. Also has a license plate on the right side of the spare wheel, interestingly. So it seems like Johnny Lightning so far is the only one that had the license plate underneath. No mirrors on the Matchbox. Different style bumper in the front too. And then we got this Majorette version. Due to FJ, it says on the base. It says 1/64 scale, but as I've mentioned before, that is not accurate. I don't know why they put it on there. Matchbox stopped putting that incorrect scale on their models. So maybe Majorette should do too. Majorettes usually are bigger than 1/64, and this kind of proves it. Wheelbase, they are very close to one another, but in length, well, doesn't seem to differ that much, but it's definitely much wider, the Majorette. Although it doesn't look like it, at least not the roof. But these, if you look at it like this, Majorette is definitely wider. It does look much bigger, but if you hold them close to one another, it doesn't seem that much bigger. Interestingly. It does have the side mirrors. Okay, I lost the bumper on the BM Creations. These are exchangeable. Oh, wait a minute. Now I see, I get a little bit confused. There's two spaces for the license plate. There's one here and there's one here. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe that's why the bumper is interchangeable, because there's a different bumper on here. Okay, I did not notice that before. You were all thinking, don't you see that, dummy? Okay, interesting. So yeah, not a bad job by Majorette either. Looked so much bigger, but in comparison, it's not really that much bigger, but does look a lot wider. You know, the windshield seems wider, the front end seems wider. Yeah, it's definitely looking wider. Size-wise, yeah. Maybe it's more comparable to the Johnny. And lengthwise, no, definitely not. Johnny's definitely a little bit shorter. Anyways, let's continue. Greenlight vintage ad cars, 1949 Mercury 8 convertible, new casting. $8.99 at normal price $4.99 because packaging has been opened. 2023 copyright, 2023 production. Metal on metal, 2893 is the serial number. I thought this looked interesting. Not sure if I'm going to keep it, might send it on to a friend, but you know, it is an interesting looking convertible. Nicely detailed all around. The yellow soft top and the red interior. I like convertibles in diecast, but not in real life. The wind noise gives me a headache, and the sun burdens my Dumbo ears. Also in that same set, this 1987 Ford F-150, same price, of course, same production as the other vehicles in the set. Again, I might not keep this and send it on to a friend. 2404 serial number. But, oh yeah, this one's got the opening hood, I think. Let's see if I can, no, probably not. Just no, because you can see here that it's kind of not meant to be opened, it seems. Maybe just going to do different versions with different hoods for different model years. Because this is an 87, and I really wanted to compare this with the Matchbox version. That's what I know this vehicle from, but the Matchbox is 1986. So it does have a different style front end. So you can see the Matchbox is much more narrow and also shorter. Has to fit in that 3-inch packaging, of course. Does have the two-tone side. Two modern rims on the Matchbox for sure. Also has that Ford embossed on the tailgate, whereas the Greenlight just has it right there on the right corner. Does have the same, are these fuel filler caps? These things here? I don't know. Does it have 2 fuel tanks? Not sure. It's got the F-150 there on the front fender, both of them. But yeah, totally different front end. And taillights look a little bit different too. Both of them. Of course, plastic, mostly plastic bed on the Matchbox, whereas the Greenlight has an all-metal bed, and much more details, of course. But you know, the chrome bumpers set the Matchbox off nicely. Then we got one that was reduced in price, but not because it's opened up, just because, well, they wanted to get rid of them, I guess. 2020 copyright, 2020 production, normal price almost €8, got it for 4.5. Root Runners series how much? 2. I think I mentioned the vintage ad cars. That was series 9. So that's already a bunch of those. Very sturdy plastic. I open these up completely because we have to separate the plastic from the cardboard for recycling purposes. Very heavy metal on metal. 2426 is the serial number on this. That's very close to one of the other ones we got, right? This one was 2404. And this one's 2426. Ah, cool. Oh yeah. The reason why I didn't pre-cut the packaging is because the mirror has broken off and was in the packaging, which I just threw on the ground. So, well, I will find that mirror and glue it back on. So we got some good old Greenlight quality issues right there. But very cool Michelin livery. Got the Michelin man on there in big and in small. Bibendum is his official name. And he's also on the back there with some logos and model names. Cool. Put that in the handicapped spot because of the broken mirror. Here we got California Lowriders Series 3. This is the only Greenlight I paid full price for. 1972 Cadillac Sedan Ville. There's the other vehicles in the set. 2023 copyright, but there's no production date on here. €8.99. Again, thicker cardboard than it used to be. So I think they're trying to get less packaging damage. But, you know, the Transit was, of course, in the older packaging, being an older release, still under Tom's ownership, but under the Walterson's ownership, the packaging has gotten thicker. Let's see if we can see a number. Maybe they quit doing the numbers. I don't really see one. No, don't see it. Very cool. Dog dish hubcap. Wheels. Okay. Just a little bit of dirt on there. That's cool. Gold emblem there. Maybe it says De Ville or something like that. Nice blue interior. Painted details. No lensed. Does this open up? The hood. I don't think it does. It doesn't need to for me. Don't find it necessary. No, don't think it does. That's fine. Yeah, the blue interior really sets it off. Very cool. Sweet. Oh yeah, also got that out of time license plate from Tom's. It's got the Universal 2016 copyright on there. Thought that was very cool to have. And then also got a bunch of these Kmart poster cars. €6.29, so they got a little bit cheaper. Used to be €6.99. I saw a few on a old-timer show for only €5, so you can definitely find them cheaper. The Diecast company is a wholesale diecast supplier, also owned by Tom van der Schoen, who also owns Tom's Model Autos, and he just it's a wholesale company, so he delivers. He sells diecast cars to other hobby stores all over Europe. That's why that sticker is on there. These were all wrapped in plastic, so it's put on there in the factory and then wrapped up. So you can see this is a special order for him. He might be the importer of these in Europe. That's probably why it is on there. Anyway, let's look at this number 13 in the set. The McLaren Speedtail in silver. Side. Plastic base on these, rubber tires, authentic looking rims. Get the brake discs and calipers behind the rims that do not turn with the wheels, which is very good. They are light because you know, they use quite a lot of plastic, but you know, they're also very cheap. So you get what you pay for, and that's just fine by me. Are those lens lights? Yeah, they are. Wow, those are really tiny. That's insane. And we get multicolor interiors on these. That's awesome. Yeah, very nice. Also got the other color, number 14. Same color interior on this. Same style rims. So yeah, got same details basically. So I'm not going to spend that much time on the recolor. Then next up we got number 16. Number 15 was a white version of the Lambo. I did not pick that up. As you know, not a huge fan of white and black. I've acquired a white MiniGT version, which you will see in a future video. So yeah, don't want to have all white Lambos in my display cabinet. So a little bit of color variation is nice. So we got the Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4 in blue. Again, nice rims. The details behind them. Very nicely done. LED headlights. Multicolor interior, well, basically red and black. Engine detail. And then the taillights are not lens, it's a plastic piece that is colored in, but it looks good. It looks good. Yeah, nice. Number 17, I left the wrapper on to show you that on several of these, meaning the Lamborghini, the Porsche and the Bugatti, there was a licensing sticker on there. So they're all car makes that are related to Volkswagen. And Volkswagen tends to have these stickers on all premium diecast for their car makes, it seems. One of the reasons why I think Mattel is no longer doing the Ferrari, no longer has the Ferrari license, because Ferrari probably demanded at some point that all their vehicles, all their diecast vehicles would have a Ferrari sticker on them, which of course is virtually impossible for Hot Wheels to do on all those main lines that they do. And that's why I think Hot Wheels no longer has the Ferrari license. But that's just my 2 cents on the matter. It would cost too much money to put a sticker on every single main line, because that's just a manual labor. I guess it's gonna be done automatically by a machine. So Porsche 918 Spyder in Guards Red. Again, nice rims, details behind. So the fuel filler cap, not sure. This is a hybrid, so both electric and petrol. Lens taillights, lens headlights, again with the LEDs, very nicely detailed in there. Those 4 dots that you see in a lot of these Porsches. There's no silver on the mirrors on the inside. That's okay. At this price point, can't expect that. And I also got number 18, the blue version. Very nice blue. I like it much better than the red, but you know, I just think blue is a great color for a vehicle, for a car. So yeah, not a lot different, just some silver details in there, but no multicolored seats or anything. I think that's the case on both of them, yeah. And then we got the Bugatti. This was a little bit more expensive, $650. The others were $629. Did not get the black one because, you know, I'm not a huge fan of black. So only got the yellow one. Now, if I were ever to find the black one for €5, I probably would pick it up, you know. Same with the white Lambo, but, you know, don't really need to have it. I prefer to have some color in my display cabinet. Bugatti Divo. What's the color name? Jaune Soufre. So jaune is French for yellow. I'm not sure what the soufre means, so I'll let Wikipedia answer that in the comment section. Got the French flag on there. A very intricate style headlights. And this little thing here is bent, unfortunately. See, that corner. It's not supposed to be open like that, so it should be flush with the body. So that's a bummer. Oh well. Again, we get a white colored driver's seat and a black colored passenger seat. Well, that's really interesting. Is that supposed to be like that? I should get me another one too, because of this, and then the see if the seats are the same like that. Don't know if I'll find another one. They're probably all sold out, but we'll see. Yeah, painted plastic piece in the back, no lensed tail light. But again, good enough. And then in the last week of 2023, I got these Matchbox moving parts at my local Carrefour hypermarket. There was a sale going on from Mattel, buy two get one for free, so basically 33.34% off. And yeah, I don't know where they stashed these, but I had not seen these previously. This is the 1956 Morris Minor in right-hand drive. I also already got the left-hand drive version. So got the right-hand drive now. As I mentioned before, not very popular over here. Don't know why, because this is just very much a typical Matchbox vehicle. Morris Minor 1000 Tourer, it says on the base. It's the 70 year special edition. Metal folded down soft top. And the opening part is the bonnet, which shows you a lot of detail in there. Very nice. Job well done by a Matchbox. It's got tempo in the front, tempo in the rear, and tempo underneath the bonnet. There's nothing more you can wish for, really. Also found this 2020 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S, which I was really surprised that was still there. Unfortunately, the rear tempo is, has failed, and the tail lights are kind of scattered over the back. It's really funny. It's kind of hard to show, but there's just, it's like the tail lights have broken in pieces and are scattered over the rear of the vehicle. So I'm not going to open up this one. I got another one later on that is also not perfect, but slightly better. So I'm going to keep this guarded. And also got this one, the Divco shell that I also showed previously. Still thinking that there would be a possible interior variation, but I've been showing a light on this, literally, and it's exactly the same interior as the one I showed in the previous chase report, so also not going to open up this one. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to do a view of the parking lot, as I always do with these videos. I almost forgot, it's been so long. So if you see them here on the parking lot, the Johnny does seem a little bit shorter, but maybe that's just my idea. It did a better job on the, sorry, was in front of the light. On the front end there, that's not so square as the Matchbox. But it seems more rounded on the BM Creation still. F-150 not fitting in the parking spot, sticks out quite a bit. And also the Mercury is just about fitting. Cadillac sticks out too. And then we get the speed tails, which are quite long too, it seems. Bugatti and the Porsches, and then we got the handicapped one. There you go. Not a full parking lot, but decent amount of vehicles. Thanks for watching.